I feel like I need to move. There's someone who's walking. I don't know if you can see this, I don't want to show them. My neighbor is walking a cat on a leash. I feel like I either need to burn the apartment or move out of here. Jesus.
I know we're acting stupid, being dumb, maybe just a little bit foolish, but I feel so young. Just go a little crazy and lose it. I don't care if we're dumb, it's the only way we know how to do it. Make me feel so young.
What's poppin'? It's Sunday afternoon. I just came back from the gym. I feel like I always do that when I start in these videos, but oh well. We have two things to do now. We have one, make a big ass smoothie for these gains. You know, gotta get that bulk up, gotta get those calories. So we're gonna do that, and then after that we're gonna add some content to the app which we can sample. So for example, just test content basically. After that we're going to... I feel like I need to move. There's someone who's walking. I don't know if you can see this, I don't want to show them. My neighbor is walking a cat on a leash. I feel like I either need to burn the apartment or move out of here. Jesus Christ. Wait, sorry. Let me just go contact the real estate agent I need to sell. God damn.
Put the for sale sign up. There's a guy with a medical mask. Maybe he's got 16 bodies in drums in formaldehyde in his basement.
Who walks a cat in a leash? Or maybe I'm just weird for thinking that's weird. Where was I before I was distracted by this cat? So one, I need to add test content to the app, and then two, we need to make a big ass smoothie. So let's get to it.
When I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me. No, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at the beautiful stars. I wanna take a trip to Mars. Nothing can break me. No, no, nothing can break me.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Now we're gonna get to the app and we're gonna have a look at everything which we've built so far. How it looks like in the beta or alpha. I don't know what it's called. Is it called alpha version or beta version or mega version? Like Rolex version? I have no clue. But I think we're gonna stick with alpha version since that's what I've been seeing most when I was googling what you call the initial stage of an app. So we're gonna get to the app itself, see how it looks. We're gonna see if, you know, we're just gonna go give a little bit of a tour. A little bit of a tour of the app itself. So before I do that, I'm just gonna start screen record, see if I can do this on this good old phone. Okay, boom, and we are screen recording. Like I said, this app is primarily gonna be for iOS to begin with, but since I'm a bit broke and since I don't really have the fancy iPhones, I have this Samsung phone which we're gonna be using for this demo. And the nice thing is that we're building it in Flutter, so it will work for both iOS and Android off the bat, but it's optimized for iOS right now, which might explain why it looks a bit weird in some instances, or maybe it just looks completely normal, I don't really know. So what we're gonna go ahead and do is we're gonna open Wonder Saga, which is the name of this wonderful application. And since this is just like it's not installed on the phone, I think I have like a kind of test version installed. It's a bit slower than it will be initially, but here we have it. So as we can see, this is what you're greeted with to begin with. You have the home page, which we're very familiar with, where you'll see a featured list, you'll see a category list which you can swipe this way, for example. You'll also see all of the sagas up here under featured. Basically this is just the order which I've added them in so far. I think in the future we're gonna do it based on place or based on popularity, things like that. But right now obviously it's not popular at all because we don't have any place whatsoever. My favorites, this is just the two of them which I've favorited so far. Here are all the ones which you press favorite on will appear, obviously. Then recommended, right now I think this list is just random. Okay, we have dealt with the disturbances, but moving on. So for example, then we have the randomly chosen sagas. Like the name suggests, this is just all of the sagas which you have shuffled and mixed into a random order and then bam, displayed on the screen like that. Moving on, then we just have history sagas. This is just to test. Obviously, we're not gonna push history sagas like, listen to these are our main ones. But just to test, what would it be like if we put a category there on the page? Yeah, so that's the home page pretty much. Let's move on to the search page. The search page does what what the name suggests. You can search for a particular saga. So for example, if we type in, and the nice thing is that it's very interactive as well. So we can type in test saga and then 3 or 4. I don't think we have a test saga 4, but test saga 5. That's why we have 2 test saga 5s. We need to change that. But for example, or 1, then you get all the ones which start with 1. So it's really nice because it's interactive and it will bring them up as you search, which will be really good once we move on to having particular names for all these sagas. Moving on, we have the category page. This will just in a nice structured list display all the categories which we have, and if you can see, pay attention to the details here. There's a little bit of bounce.
More bounce, 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 bounce.
Which makes it just a nice touch, a little bit of physics to the whole scroll experience. But obviously you can press a category, sport for example, and you get all the sports sagas. Right now these are just random tags, but in the future you'll be able to see all the sports sagas here. Going back, we can press spooky. Right now I used Canva to design all these thumbnails, and it happens to be Halloween right now. So all of the thumbnails are Halloween themed, just because those are the featured themes which they had on Canva. So it's not that I'm obsessed with Halloween or anything, I'm just sticking to the trends. Moving on, we have about this app. This is just stuff which you need to have. I'll probably bury this deeper in the app for the release version. But this is just stuff you need to have for the App Store and the Google Play, where you can see the licenses, everything we've used for the apps, etc. So you can see we're using like Assets Audio Player, obviously, to play the audio, and then just a bunch of other things which we're using. I don't really know what half of these things are, they just happen to be there. Then you close that one. FAQs, this is just a placeholder. This will be one of those nice features where you press this button in the app, you're taken to the website of the application. My subscription, that one I can't press right now because it's not activated. Because obviously I don't really have any function to charge, and I don't have anything to charge for so far, so this will be probably something which we add in the last minute. I feel like it's also going to be quite complicated to build a whole subscription feature. Then we have account details, and I've called myself Johan out of no clue why, don't ask me. I've called myself Johan Anderson. I don't know any Johan, I don't know any Anderson, I just made that name up on the spot, just goes to show how creative I am. Then we have my email there. I've exposed it to everyone else. If you want to email me, go ahead, tell me how you're doing. User since when I signed up, basically. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Then we have my saved sagas here as well. Then I'm able to log out. And now if I go to the home page, if you look at my favorites, there's no favorites anymore because obviously I'm not logged in. So what I can do is I can either sign in or sign up, which I do by pressing that one. I can sign up and I can enter all of my details, obviously. Or I can sign in, which I'm gonna do right now. Intricate password. And then we have my favorite sagas there again, pretty nice. So, but just to demonstrate what happens if I try to, if we, for example, we wanted to listen to Test Saga 17 for some reason. We press listen now, we're gonna be shown this because we're not logged in, and you can't listen to stuff if you're not logged in, right? So we can either close that one, or we can go to sign in or sign up, and we can sign in one more time. So let's do that. Wrong email. I guess now you've seen all of my emails, so just go ahead and sign me up for all kinds of spam emails. That's my own fault. Maybe I'll hide it, I don't know. There, that, bleep that. Sign in. Boom. And now we can pick any saga we want, for example Test Saga 20. We can read about it. This is obviously where the blurb will be in the future. Right now it's just a stupid text I put there for the whole test version. But this is what we call the saga view. And here you can get an overview of the saga, what it's about. You can get how what the duration is. I think we'll add some more features there when we've done this first alpha test. You can also get the tags where you can go, for example, from silly. You can go and see all the silly sagas. You can also press the author. It's not super advertised right now, but this is actually a button. So if I press Wonder Sagas, okay, we have an overflow. I need to solve that. Good, we found that. But before we launch this first test version, I need to solve this whole overflow issue. I guess it's because it's not a list view, it's probably just a column. We need to wrap it inside of a list view. But you'll be able to see all of the sagas from the particular author, in this case Wonder Sagas. Then if we go on to press listen now, we'll see a little bit of a preview of the image itself. We'll see if we have it. What? Yeah, it's loaded already. Damn, never mind. Then, for example, we can press play. Pop it. Thank you so much for checking out the app. And as you can hear, it's yours truly, my voice reading some random script. Let's listen to it. Pop it. Thank you so much for checking out the app and helping me test it. As you can probably hear, this is not a saga in itself. We hear that. So yeah, this is just my voice for testing it out, and then there's some me giving tunes further down. Then we can change the duration where we're at, plus minus 10 seconds. We can change the speed, so for example if we go 1.5, we can go, just go to 0.5. And then you can change, you can mess around with the audio circle itself or the spinner. And now we got some fire tunes in here. Add it to favorite. Now it's favorited like the yellow star indicates. Remove it from favorite like the gray star indicates. Boom. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the app itself, that's the layout we have right now. We have the search page, we have the category page, we have the profile page, the home page, the saga view, the listen view, we have the account details. So it's not too complicated right now, it's quite simple actually. It's been quite complicated to get all of these things to interact and connect with each other. Just like a kindergarten class. But we've managed to get it done, I'm really happy with the output. So in the next video, we're gonna be sending, we're gonna be utilizing a few test rats, and we're gonna be sending them a form, and we're gonna be sending them early developer access to the app, and then we're gonna ask them to rate what they think, give us some input, suggestion, feedback. They're gonna roast us if they like to, praise us if they want to, and then based on that, we're gonna develop our next sprint, which is gonna be making all of those changes as well as a couple of other things, and then we're gonna start buying content. So, if you think that sounds exciting, please leave a like on this video, subscribe, hit that bell. I know that all the other YouTubers say that, so I might as well say that too. Hit the bell so that you're notified when we upload these videos, and so that you can make sure to follow along on the progress and be the first to download this app when it launches later this year. So, with that said, I'm really happy with how this turned out. Thank you so much for watching. Peace.